The Fiat 3000 was Italy's first domestically produced tank and was heavily based on the French Renault FD, which revolutionized tank design with its fully rotating turret and separated crew and engine compartments. The Italian army, impressed by the Renault FD's capabilities during World War I, decided to develop a similar vehicle. Fiat of Turin was tasked with the design, starting work in June 1919. The prototype was completed in June 1920 and underwent comparative testing against the Renault FD in early 1921. While the Fiat 3000 retained the Renault FD's general layout, it incorporated several Italian innovations, such as a more powerful, transversely mounted engine and easier-to-maintain transmission. The hull was slightly widened to improve crew comfort, and the tank was lighter and faster than its French predecessor. Initially, 1,400 Fiat 3000 tanks were ordered, but the end of World War I led to the cancellation of most of the order, with only 100 Model 21 tanks delivered. Production began in 1921 and continued with improvements through the 1930s. Two main versions were produced. Model 21, which was armed with two 6.5mm machine guns. However, the armament was deemed inadequate. In 1930, the Model 30 was introduced featuring a 37mm gun, improved engine, better suspension, and a redesigned engine compartment. A total of 152 tanks were built, 100 Model 21s and 52 Model 30s. Notable features included the transverse engine layout, which improved internal space, and a vertical spring suspension system. The tank's armor ranged from 6mm to 16mm, providing basic protection against small arms and shrapnel. The tank was fitted with a Fiat 4-cylinder, 50-horsepower engine with a maximum speed of 24 km per hour. The operational range was up to 100 km. The Fiat 3000 entered service in 1921 as the standard tank of the newly formed Italian armored units. It saw extensive use in the interwar period and during World War II, despite being obsolete by the latter conflict. Key points in its service history include the pacification of Libya and colonial policing actions, and during a war of aggression against Ethiopia in the Second Italo-Abyssinian War. During World War II, the tank was used in limited numbers, mostly in secondary theaters due to its outdated design. The Fiat 3000 was exported to several countries, including Albania, Latvia, Hungary, Ethiopia, China, Denmark, and Japan. The tank's combat effectiveness was limited by its light armor and armament, especially as tank technology advanced in the 1930s and 1940s. Nonetheless, the Fiat 3000 played a foundational role in the development of Italian armored forces and influenced subsequent Italian tank designs. The Fiat 3000 was a significant step in Italian armored vehicle development, adapting the innovative Renault FD design to Italian needs and manufacturing. It served from the early 1920s through World War II, marking Italy's entry into modern armored warfare and leaving a legacy in both domestic and export service.